if your association is causing you to regress instead of progress in your life, you need to make some adjustments. You need to make some adjustments. There are, we have that saying, where God is trying to take you, everyone can't go. That is true, but listen, there are some times, I'm telling you right now, that you are not where you are supposed to be because you are trying to bring people with you that don't have the same interest as you. They don't want to live the lifestyle that you want to live. They don't believe the way you believe. Maybe you're trying to live right. Maybe you're saying, okay, I'm gonna change my life and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stop being so negative. I'm gonna stop displeasing God and I want to start this business. I want to live. I want to experience life. But then if you are around somebody that's saying it don't take all of that, a girl, whatever, those people will cause you to revert back. There are some of you can't even be around certain people because they literally bring out the worst in you. They make you tap into that carnal side of you. I'm going to pause on that. It's imperative that we are connected to the right people. Listen, Proverbs 13:20, the ESV version says, whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. I didn't say that. The word of God said that. Y'all, I will never forget. This hurt me to my soul. This hurt me to my soul. I remember a time, this has been many years ago. I didn't even have my son then. So this had to be about 24 years ago, maybe 24 years ago. And I was over my cousin's house and we heard this bump at the door. So we opened the door because we're thinking, maybe somebody is knocking on the door because we were expecting company. But to our surprise, as we opened the door, there was this young girl, a woman, I'll say, young woman laying on the pavement right there by the door. She had blood. She was bleeding. She had been beat up. And up above the apartments, we heard like some tussling and some rumbling. We was minding our business. We didn't know, what was going on. But to my surprise, when I looked at this young woman, I knew her. And my cousin knew her because they had been staying in that apartment complex for over a year. She knew who she was. She didn't know the girl personally, but she knew her. But her boyfriend had I'm talking about, jumped on her. And when I looked and I saw her, this was somebody, y'all, who was, I can't remember if she was the valedictorian or the salutatorian. I can't remember, but she was one of those. One of the smartest, beautiful girls you ever met. You just knew that her future was bright. You just knew that she was going all the way to the top. She was on every team that she could be on in school. I admired her. But when I saw her laying down there, I immediately, this is Chaka, that's that boom side, want to go up there and show him what I was working with. But when my cousin said, this is nothing new, this happens all the time, it bothered me because I was wondering, how in the world can somebody who was so smart, who had a bright future, be hooked up with a guy like this? Proverbs 13:20. Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companions of fools will suffer harm. This guy had nothing going for himself. This guy had no job. This guy didn't have an education. He did not finish school. He stayed in trouble. on drugs, everything. And at a young mind, I think I was 18 at the time, I just could not understand what was going on. But see, there had to be something within her, first of all, that was broken and missing to even accept that type of treatment. But the thing is, when you hang around somebody that does not have the same values as you, when you hang around, especially if you're going to be connected to them in an intimate relationship like that, and when you are around somebody like that, they can erase everything good about you. You can gain it back, but for some people, it could be too late. What if she would have just, that would have been it for her, because he beat her pretty bad. It matters who you are with. And see, a lot of times we say, well, it doesn't matter who I'm hanging with, because, that's what they do. That's them. That's them. I don't do that stuff. That's them. It's okay. Jesus hung out with people that was different, and he did. And that's beautiful, because we are no better than anybody. I'm not trying to say that we're better than anybody. But what I am saying, if you are going to live the blessed life, I beseech you to hang around some people who want the same thing as you want. And let's just address the elephant in the room. When Jesus hung around people that did not have his lifestyle, he hung around them for a purpose. He didn't hang around just to hang around and just chill and drink and do everything they was doing. No, that was a purpose. He wanted to come around them, because when he stepped on the scene, transformation hit for many. There was a purpose, There was evangelism that was going on, because the truth of the matter is, if your lifestyle is not affecting them, affecting your associations, their lifestyle can infect you. Let's read that again. If your lifestyle is not affecting your associations, their lifestyle can infect you. Their lifestyle can infect you. If you are going to live a blessed life, guess what? You got to make sure that you are around people and you are connected to people who want the same thing. Excuse me. Think about that for a moment. And it's something that I've noticed. Let me go in these comments and see what y'all are saying. Yeah. It's something that I've noticed, especially with believers. I noticed that a lot of times we tend to have three connectors. Would y'all like to know what those three connectors are? We have three types of associations. If you want to know what those three types are, type yes. Let me take care of this here. Type yes. If you want to know what I've noticed, if you want to know those three types of associations that I noticed we as believers, really it ain't everybody have, type yes in the comment section. I'm going to talk about it. And we're going to get a little deeper. All right. Got a yes. Got a yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Brandy. Listen. We have that first connective that keeps you on the straight and narrow. This is the person or the group of people that you are around when you're trying to live right, when you're trying to do right, okay? Especially believers, when you're trying to do right, when you want to live a life that is pleasing to God, okay? When you realize that, you know what, I got to give God my all. I need to do what I need to do. I got to be right with this, You have that connector. And then you have that second connector, that connect that allows you to be free, okay? Now, Yes, we need to be who we are. Okay. And we need to be free to admit whatever we got going on, if we're sad, if we're mad, if we're happy, whatever. Yes, we need to be connected to people who gets us, who understands us. But most time when people, especially believers, say that, this is somebody I hang around where I can be myself, I can be free, that usually means this is the group of people or set of friends or associations or family, what have you, that I can be carnal with, that I can live the way I want to be live and not be judged for it. We shouldn't be judged in no way, but and not be judged for it. Moving right along. And then we have that connect that pacifies your pain. What do I mean by that? This is the connect that tells you, girl, it's all right. It's all right. Go ahead and it'll be all right. God will forgive you. That's that connect where you're lonely and you're trying to fill that void. You know you shouldn't be with them, but you connect because you're trying to, instead of deal with the pain, you don't want to deal with it. You want to pacify it. Then you are around that person that will pacify your pain. This is somebody that will allow you to, after you're done doing whatever you're doing, you're going to feel embarrassed. You're going to be upset with yourself. They allow you, instead of managing your emotions, they pacify you. If you're mad, you're wanting to fight, they encourage you to do it. As a matter of fact, you go around them when you want to do that type of stuff. Now, when you look at all those three connects, which one do you think is going to equate to the blessed life? A, the connect that keeps you on the straight and narrow. If you're going to live a blessed life, and the blessed life comes through God, guess what? You have to live a life pleasing to God. You have to make sure that you are around the association that's going to help you stay on the straight and narrow. It's easy when you're at church or you're around that spiritual friend or what have you. But what about other people that you are around? Are they encouraging you? Girl, you do what you got to do now. Because I want you to experience the life that God has for you. You're not hanging around them. And I'm not talking about you can't help who you go to work with, your co-workers and your classmates and all of that stuff. Okay. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people who you are connected with on an intimate level, people that you talk to all the time, people that you deal with outside of work, outside of school.